Hi YouTubers, welcome back. I've got kind of a cool video today of some new things I acquired. They're collectible and they're actually functional if you have the weapon that they're made for. I've got a Dp-28 Pan Magazine here. Now this one, as you can see, is a Soviet one that was captured by Finland. Thus, let me try and get it to focus. Thus the SA mark right there. And then that means 47 patron, which means 47 rounds. Or like, it's just saying how many rounds go in this magazine. And this holds 7.62 by 54 rimmed. 47 rounds of that. Now, it's kind of a weird design. It's super flat, right? It's not very wide. It's about maybe 3/4 of an inch, just below an inch wide. And yeah, 47 rounds, and you can kind of hear it. They're all loose in there. I loaded one up just to see the weight and everything. Now, this is pretty cool because it sits on top of the weapon, of course. So if you're looking at it from the side, it's going to fit on like this, and then this part goes into the receiver, and the little hooks in the front hook on to keep it stable. Now, as this weapon fires, this is where the starting round is. This is where the round zero is, which I'll show you on the other one in a little bit. And this thing will rotate, rotate clockwise as the weapon is fired, so you can tell actually how many rounds you have left just by looking at the loading ring right there and the round zero. So, you guys have probably seen these before, maybe, on other videos and on Dp-28. But today I'm going to show you what's actually on the inside of these and how simple they are. So this one I'm not going to take apart because I'd have to unload all the rounds first. As you can see, it's kind of a pain. These, yeah, I'm not strong enough to do that right now. But they slide out and they deflect off of that little thing right there and they go down into the weapon. It's a pretty easy design. So I took the liberty of taking one of these apart already. And all you do is just take this main screw out in the middle, right here. And then after the spring gets released, this is what you're left with. So it's a pretty cool design. The rounds fit on these little teeth here individually. Let me try and get a round out of the other magazine so I can show you this, how they kind of sit in there. And there we go. I'll get a couple out. So this is round zero, and that's just a dummy round. It's not even real. It's got a big hole through it, as you can see. And what's really cool is it allows the rounds to actually be fed evenly and consistently. So each round relies on the round behind it to push it down into this actual area like this, into the whatever the hell it is, the feed lips or whatever. So you got 47 rounds that sit in there like this, right? So this is the top of the magazine. That little pin right there fits into, give my little pointer stick, fits into that spring right there, and then when you twist it, it just constricts this entire leaf spring. That hooks onto the middle right there, so it creates tension and allows it to rotate and feed. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then you can see how this guides the round up, or rather down. So when it gets to this point, it has nowhere to go but down. It can't go over anymore. So it goes down into the feed area. So I thought this was pretty cool. I haven't seen another video on YouTube actually taking apart a Dp-28 magazine or a DPM mag. It's they both work in the both weapons. But yeah, this one actually isn't even marked with the Soviet marks, but I'm pretty sure it's Soviet because it's got what I think is the weapon number that it goes to on both the top of the pan and the bottom. Same markings, because a lot of time they do that with drum mags to make sure that this magazine will work with this weapon. They've tested it out and it's proven to work, so they try to keep track of it. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, I'll try to answer them. Of course, I'm not an expert on these, but I just thought it was pretty cool and seeing how a Dp-28 magazine actually works. So yeah, if you got any questions, try and go to my Facebook page and ask me on there. If not, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different. And if you've never seen the inside of a Dp-28 mag, because I sure haven't, hope you learned something. So a very simple magazine design, and it worked well for quite a few years. I mean, they still use these things in third world countries. So kind of a cool weapon. So yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time.